There we go. We're live. All right. Welcome to Swamp Talk. Tonight we're gonna do it a little bit different. Just fucking hang out, bro. Catch up, talk about what we're doing, and talk about what's to come. Because at first I kind of build it like, Jake's gonna interview me, but really, what this is right here is like we don't have to interview each other, dog. We're bros. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
Yeah,
no, we'll just have a Swamp and JTG version, and every once in a while, just do a show by ourselves.
I like it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's not for like lack of planning. Like for me, I want Swamp Talk to be our thing. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
for it to be our thing, we have to have an episode where we're like just fucking me and you having conversation. You feel me? Because a lot of these people are like might know who the artist is and shit, but they don't know who we are really.
right.
They're like, who are these cats? You know what I mean?
We're just some dudes
Yeah, we are just
hanging out in parking lots.
Hell yeah. So
Oh,
last weekend, bro, Sunday night, the Black Keys were doing this fucking record hang thing, and they were DJing, bro. It was dope as shit. It was dope as shit.
wow.
And Dan Auerbach and Patrick Carney, they were right there. They were like 10 feet in front of us, bro. And I seen it on Instagram. It was just fucking free. You know what I mean? It was pretty dope. We had
How
a
many
pretty good
people were
time.
there?
It was like maybe 120, 150.
Damn.
I guess it was kind of low key, but I do bump the Black Keys quite often, bro. Like
I used to
especially
be,
the deep cuts.
I used to be really, really into them, man. I still cover every once in a while. I'll cover a like Your Touch or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I had an acid trip one time where I was Wild Child just came out. The album with that Wild Child song came out, and I was far out, dog, singing that shit in the street. Wild Child. I thought that night I thought like Chinese drones were trying to hack my brain. I think I talked about that on one of these episodes.
Yeah. Sometimes, man, Chinese drones, man. I've thought about buying a drone, but like, what drone is not a Chinese drone, right?
Right. Well, there are some like drones that might not be, but at the same time, like I saw this dude at the waterfall, right? And he had these goggles on and he had a drone camera and he was like flying up like close to the waterfall and then just like floating straight up and then like floating along the creek above it. And I'm like, yeah, I want that vibe. I talked to a guy, there's actually some free drone training you can find online.
Yeah,
You can get contracted and they're paying people to like learn about drones and shit.
that's sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
I want to get into that. I've been
Yeah, if
thinking
you
about
get some music videos for sure.
yeah. China is the leader in drone manufacturing with 4 of the top drone manufacturers in the world.
Really?
Yeah, so
Oh yeah, they got those drone clouds, bro.
I'm just
Those
saying,
drone
man,
clouds are scary.
if they're the leader in drone manufacturing, wherever you get a drone, it might be a Chinese drone.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
There go old Skeet. What up, old Skeet?
Hell yeah, we need people to share it out. They know it's live, but hey, at the same time, like I really do want to get on here and talk some music shit, bro, because I really do have a lot of shit coming, man. And these songs I've been writing are I think they're pretty prolific, bro, and timeless because I'm not, you know what I mean? I want to bring like aggressive rap in general back a little bit.
So
But
I linked up with a guy recently. His name's Pone Pacino, and he's got bars, man. He's got bars. He's got some exposure. I really want to have him on. I want to link him up with you, but yeah, shout out Pone Pacino if you're watching. Yeah, man. I've been I got a few guys up here local to me that they've been tuning in, they've been checking it out, and they're interested.
Yeah.
I've kind of been sharing with the people that I know who are having issues with the promoting aspect of it. They're pumping out music and stuff, but I kind of told them what you and the Swamp Music Mafia guys are trying to do, and they're intrigued by it. So
yeah, it's a whole move. It's a whole move. Yeah, I can tell you more about that too, actually, because we have this private chat, and it's really dope because you want to talk about what you got going on with somebody, but you might not necessarily want everybody to know about it because you got to have that suspense. You got to have the next episode. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for Swamp Music Mafia, it's kind of a group thing where we cross promote, but at the same time, we could do our own shit on our own. You feel me? And then if there's collab songs, we all jump on that motherfucker, and then different types of songs, and we just all like we got one, and I'll just say that it's called Declaration of Independence, but it's spelled independent like independent artist with an S. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's recent stuff that's been going on in independent music where there's like little feuds here and there and shit. Like in my lane, that what comes across my feed, you feel me? And we're not trying to be on that because it's like everybody, it's almost like people are like choose a side, but it's like we're not on no side. We're independent. You know what I mean? Each one of us. So are all those artists, but they're banding together and they're like, on some let's make a list shit. You know what I mean? And the funny thing about the list,
come to death row.
Right? Yeah. Hey, Margulies fucks with Death Row now.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty dope for real. He deserves it. You know what I'm saying? He's a Bartiste.
Yeah.
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 Hey, I saw that fast forward video you did with
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you should keep doing that. You should put that stuff on Instagram too. And don't copy over a TikTok video because I'll put everybody up on game right now. Whoever's out there watching this, if you get on TikTok and make a video and it downloads to your phone, and then you post it on Instagram, bro, I have videos that I made on Instagram that have 300-400 views, and then there's a TikTok video and it's got 0. And it's like one of the longer yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like they'll like shut down like shit from other apps. It's
really
weird. It's still up, and then I said honky in the name of a fucking song, bro. And it took it 6 days to come out.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that some algorithm shit?
No, bro. Listen, I distribute singles. You know this. I distribute singles all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like at least probably 2 or 3 a month.
Yeah.
And when I distribute the singles, usually if the artwork is real simple and the song's like just a wave and it's maybe 2.5 minutes long, it'll come out within like 24 hours, maybe 48. If it's like the weekend, kind of 48. That Honky Magic song took 6 days. 6 days. Really? It said honky in the title. And whatevs.
Why? Who is that through? Like D-Kid or what? Like,
DistroKid.
Yeah. So why is it? I don't understand. Is that like a dude who's just like, I don't know about this and waiting to pull the plug on your shit, or is it like a computer or what?
I mean, I might do the new wave thing and just give it a whole new definition. You feel me?
Yeah.
I got what is it to you? Well, what is it to you?
Right.
And I already answered it. It's in a song called Gratitude. If you go listen to it,
yeah.
Is if I call you my honky, don't mean nothing at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't mean nothing at all.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like
I usually call people my homie. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Here's the thing, man. Like, and so I've been to prison. I don't know if that's news to anybody out there in the internet world, but I've been to prison. Yeah. And in prison, a lot of the white folks call each other honky.
Yeah, all the time.
I when I first got there, I hated it. I was like, man, I hate that. I fucking hate that. 4 years later, I'm like, this honky is crazy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's a colloquialism, you know what I mean? It just becomes part of everyday speech, and then like it doesn't mean anything other than buddy or homie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or bro, or like brother, or like
exactly. Yeah.
Like if I see one of my like shout out Mikey, he might pop in here in a little bit. He always usually fucking hangs out or something. But when we go up to Louisville and see him, we like there's just so many like inside jokes you could do, like especially out in public. You know what I mean? That are like it's straight up code talk that you. My wife would be like, "Y'all are crazy." I'd be like, "Yeah,
yeah, bro."
Yeah, shout out Mikey. Me and him got our hammers on the same day, and then he's let us crash there overnight when we were on our way to my sister's up. She's on the Michigan-Indiana border, and we crashed there for a night. And
that's cool, man.
Then when I had my show, I was supposed to see you that time, man, but it just didn't work because we had the kids and shit. Just it's hard sometimes.
I was working that music festival that weekend too, and it was just like it was just one thing, then another thing, then another thing. And
did you see that hot air balloon? The hot air balloon?
No, but I'm trying to go on a hot air balloon.
They got a lot of them around this area of the country. I don't know if they got it like down there in Mississippi or Alabama, where the viewer's probably from, because old Skeets, Mississippi, Alabama, like. We got Florida territory in the Swamp Music Mafia. It's Tampa. We two of us are near Tampa. One in Florence, Alabama. I'm in Middle Tennessee. I'm 30 minutes from everywhere. There. I mean, think about it. If I'm trying to get a fan base and the population's 4,000.
Yeah.
But I do claim Owensboro, Kentucky. That pretty much is my hometown. I've had children born there. I was born in Louisiana. I lived there till I was 13 years old. My grandmama lives in Louisiana. So I definitely have Louisiana roots. You know what I mean? Grew up on the banks of the Mississippi, bro. I 10 minutes from the Mississippi, banks of the Mississippi, straight up. Meets up with the swamp. You know what I mean? I don't know if we ever chatted about that much back in the day, bro.
I mean, we talked about it a little bit. I knew you were originally from Louisiana.
We hustled and did a lot of music stuff, and like I met you at a festival, and like we had just like we were two ships in the night in the neighborhoods before that, because you were going over to Brandon's, and I had like kind of just met Brandon like prior to that, you know what I mean? And he was at the festival, and I had known, Fitz and shit. Shout out Fitzy.
Shout out Fitzy. He's on clown tour right now.
Yeah, he's gone to all the wrestling shows.
Yeah.
Bro,
I talked to him about
he should hire somebody to just run around with him and just do social media, or not hire him, but like recruit. Be like, dude, do you want to roll with me? And then just take this phone. Here's a fucking phone with a good camera. They just post shit every fucking day, bro.
Yeah.
And just good paid off content, like a 30-second thing every day, just the wildest moments of the day. And
every single thing about his life would go viral. Like that dude, I mean, you've been there. When we were living that life,
there, dude. I'm there. Like I'm fucking trying to reinvent the wheel, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like we know festival throwers. It's coming, dog. Because I have so many acts that I talk to that are independent, that we could throw an independent hip hop show right now. We could throw an independent hip hop festival like next year. I'm aiming for next year, dog. I'm manifesting next year. We're going to have Swamp Music Mafia Fest, you know what I mean? And have like, and then if we got to pay some motherfuckers, we'll pay some motherfuckers. And then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, how many tickets can you sell? All right, here's the tickets. Keep this.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? And that way it's like, you know, kind of on them to make the money work.
The
Pay them so much.
how rowdy is a white boy hip hop show gonna be? Like, is it gonna be like? Are we gonna need security?
I'm glad you talked about that because, you know, I was talking to some of my bros. This Swamp Music Mafia thing, we talk every day. I should put you in the group chat for that, bro, because I mean, I'm sure they'd all love to have you. You know what I mean? Just if anything else, just to, you know, provide commentary and artistic. You know, everybody wants to hear your bars because you said that one episode. You said that one episode you was gonna jump on some songs, bro. I've been getting asked every other day by like 3 different people.
I fully intend to, man. Fully intend to. I'm just, man. I'm so busy with work, man. But like
keep some day in the life. What's a day in the life? Because you got to have a routine. You know what I mean?
So I wake up. You know, 5 or 6. Do my little spiritual thing, man. I meditate. You know, I like some Nag Champa. I sit still. I meditate, focus my thoughts, get my game plan ready for the day. About 8 o'clock, guys start rolling in. We have a group, so I go in there, facilitate a group at 8 a.m., take a break at 9, facilitate another group, and then, man, it's just like after that, it's just paperwork. And then later in the day, there's more groups. Later in the day, there's more groups, and then there's more paperwork, and it's a never-ending mountain of shift notes, clinical notes, paperwork. So it's just I'm behind the computer all day, every day, man. And then like any free moment I have, like I'm trying to steal some time to work on my shit. You know, I play guitar or something, and that's about all the artistic expression I get is about 15, 20 minutes a day of playing some guitar, maybe pick up the banjo, but I don't have time to like write, you know. I got some stuff, but I don't got time to write. Like by the time the day's over and I've done everything I got to do, it's like if I don't go to sleep now, I'm going to be useless tomorrow, you know?
Yeah. See, for me, that's part of my discipline, dude. It's become more because when like I've produced a couple beats again recently, but like when people are like, hey, you want to jump on this, or I have like, because shout out 23 beats, I got a 50 beat pack from him for the low. Like you could go look him up and get the same beat pack for all the Southside Sunlight shit. You could get the same beat pack and it's not a paycheck, bro. It's like for the price of one song, 50 almost.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be a secret. I want him to get on too, because he's really helping me get on and show people the bars I can spit. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like, I'm kind of in the swing, huh?
I've grabbed some beats from him. I haven't bought the 50 beat pack or nothing, but I grabbed them free beats he had, and I intend to fuck with him on that tip. But go, what was you saying?
Oh, what do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like I cut you off.
Oh, what was I saying about the beats? Yeah. So when it comes to music like that, and I have the beats there, my focus is on lyricism. So it's kind of like practice reps, but I'm just like shooting them out there. You know what I mean? And when I want, like when I have a dope single, or I was like, oh, that's cool, I got to get it out there, I'll release it. But I'm saving some really cool lyrics for these projects, these albums, bro, because I go back and listen to that album every once in a while to make sure it's like, dude, I can listen to my album on repeat and it's like not, you know what I mean? But like, that's me, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, I'm comparing myself to other people when I say that, but like really lately I've been trying to just do better than I have been. You know what I mean? Become more of who I am in my identity. You know what I mean? Speak on some heathen shit. Speak on some, you know, deadhead shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a psychedelic lifestyle because I did it. You know what I mean? And You know what I mean? Like maybe not to the extreme as other people, but you know, their stories could get told too if they wished. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But I'm not the one to tell that. You go
yeah,
to group. You go to group. You know what I'm talking about. I did
yeah,
group every day for 6 months in prison, and I did group every day for 4 months when I went to SAP over there by the mall.
yeah.
And I walked out of SAP because the warrant dropped, dog. And then we seen my indictment in the paper, and they were like, "Bro, you know you got indicted." And everybody kept saying it to me. I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta go." Like, cause
Yeah,
like, bro, you're indicted. You're indicted.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit." Phew.
At
And then,
least they told you. You know what I
then
mean?
I was gone. Well, like some of the elders were like pissed off about it and shit, but I didn't know I had gotten indicted.
Yeah,
That happened to me twice. Shit.
yeah. They hit me with a sealed indictment one time, or a secret indictment, or whatever you want to call it. Like I never got charged until I got indicted, type shit.
Yeah. Yep.
And it blindsided me.
Yep.
That
Life
shit was
changing
crazy.
shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I kept fucking up over and over there. I was on the downward spiral for a minute, but when I hit bottom, I was like, hold up. It's me. Chill out. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
fucking a good long hard look at myself because it was like, yeah, everybody wanted to be around me, but at the same time, I was going through it myself and being fearful and not facing it. You know what I mean?
yeah. That's the right. It goes back to, man, just being true to you. Like, you know your truth. Your truth ain't, everybody else doesn't really. Nobody else really got a say in what your truth is. So if that's some shit, if you feel like it was a fear that you needed to face, then face that shit.
Yeah,
Anything you don't confront, you endorse. You know what I mean?
exactly. Exactly. And there was, you know, I don't understand that completely because there was years and years I was a deadbeat dad
Yeah,
to kids from a marriage. You feel me?
yeah,
And then I tried to start another family, and that didn't work out because of alcohol. I'm gonna say, like, and the way we were treating each other over and over again, we just weren't working out, fighting, you know, physical fighting and shit, cops involved, shit. That, and you know, in some stay together for the kids shit. I was just getting out of the military. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't working out. You know, tried it again and all that, and it just didn't. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And now now I'm married with two kids, and I feel like, you know, because I got to admit, I get to raise kids. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? And I'm
It's
not
a
trying to do,
privilege.
yeah, I'm not trying to do injustice by my other children. You feel me? Like, and that's kind of like how their moms sort of made it out to be for them and how they were feeling about it. You know what I mean? Like, you're having kids, but you don't spend time with us. You know what I mean? But I'm here, not there. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
for a while, I was on parole, and I couldn't be. If they're in Owensboro, I couldn't be in Owensboro, bro. And you know exactly what that's like. What up, TNT 13, Dad? Do we got to call you the whole thing? It's a joke. The other night they were saying 13, 13. It was funny when they were on the lives. They were like, "You got to say the 13." It was like Lil Wayne. Please say the baby. What are you doing? Typing? You look so serious when you're typing, bro.
I'm not typing. I'm trying to
Share it out.
trying to share my screen. Is it working?
I don't know. Oh, there it is. There it is. Dope. Boom.
Yeah. This is shout out TNT.
So this has officially become the Swamptalk election special. It's early, man. Hopefully, a lot of people have common sense because I'm finding out a lot of. I know a couple people that don't have. Well, they didn't have the common sense to prepare beforehand, like registered in another state, shit. And
Yeah. Well, I said this on here before, man. When it comes to this, when it comes to politics or this election in particular, man. Just if your only frame of reference, was the state of the nation, we'll say 7
Snowman's
years
in here. What up?
versus the last 4 years.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I watched Trump's. I watched his interview on Rogan a couple days ago. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I watched it a couple days after it come out.
Yeah, it was. I don't know, man. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the dude.
He's a likable guy. She's not
She's
a
terrible.
likable woman. First of all, it was marijuana. I don't know if I'm gonna get fact checked or not. From what I know, is she would have people locked up for a longer sentence to work because they were short arm workers for marijuana crimes.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they had already exposed that, and that's the truth and shit. But
yeah, I don't know the reasons or any of that shit, but I know that she definitely was locking people up. Did you see that thing that she did where she was like, she was like cheesing, and she was like, and I found out that with the stroke of my pen, I could ruin lives. I was like,
yeah, with the stroke of my pen.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Look, you're a cop. Like, Kamala, you're a cop.
Right. Worse. You're the
fucking... let me tell you this, though, Jay. Do you know what the president of the United States is? You know what he executes?
He's a
That's
cop.
what executive is. He executes the law.
Yeah.
The lawmakers legislate the law, which is why marijuana is not federally legal, along with many other substances. You know what I'm saying? That I could deem could be healthy. And what if you made certain things recreationally legal to buy in stores, but make it super expensive, and then just it would handle shit better because you get taxed. But there's many ways to do it. Like, I'm not saying I would do it that way. If it were me, my perfect government is I could walk around town and like meet people around here, like as far as I could walk around with my kids, and we all know each other and come together weekly or maybe bi-week or twice a week and like discuss how we want to live. In the Norse way, it's called a frither, right? It's called peace.
Mm-hmm.
It means the state of peace, a frither. So what you do is you come together as a group and say, does anybody have suggestions for things we're going to live in peace? For example, in prison, in the frither, I actually have it. I should bring it on one night. But in prison, in the frither, it says, nobody's going to use needles, and we really frown upon like drug use and stuff because there's people there that are seriously trying to learn in the class. You know what I mean? And that creates a more acceptable environment for knowledge to be transferred. You feel me?
For sure.
Because everybody would sit in a circle and they would be like, all right, what do we have to say today? And, if anybody had shit going on in their family and they just wanted to vent about it and be like, man, I've been feeling like this. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like group, because you deal with the individual first and then you go out to, okay, so what we're learning about, and just to reiterate stuff. And sometimes because the OGs didn't want to go to class all the time. They already knew the shit. But every once in a while, they go to class to see who was coming up. And because some people were smart enough to help others. You know what I'm saying? I saw that right away. It was a way of helping others. And right away, people don't feel like that. They were like, I need to learn about this. And it's not like that. It's like, you can absorb it, but you need to apply the knowledge you have already and make the correlation. Because if you don't make the correlation to your belief system, for example, if you're a Christian, if you don't make the correlation to things in your life to whatever your book or whatever you believe, you know what I'm saying? If you don't make that correlation and you have no divinity, even an atheist is only successful if they're organized. That means they believe in something.
You have to practice the principles in all your affairs.
You have to at least believe you exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, fucking simulation or not,
Yeah.
dinosaurs or not.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I believe in dinosaurs, so I can't be a Christian.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dragons, bro.
Dragons.
See him eating his tail right there?
Yeah.
It's the world serpents. Do you know about the Ouroboros?
Is that the tree?
No, that's the circular snake. It's
Oh
not
yeah,
even
yeah,
really
yeah,
a
yeah,
Norse thing. It's a 5-point star thing in general. Like it's actually ancient, like I want to say Eastern European kind of.
yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
a snake eating its own tail because after it's fully grown, it's a symbol of only feeding yourself. You
Yeah.
can only feed within yourself, and it feeds back to yourself. Now, what do you consider yourself? Are you just a snake, or do you consider the whole thing a snake, or is it the existence of the snake, or the world experiencing the snake,
Okay. Yeah.
feeding into itself? Really, Jormungandr. The story of Jormungandr is he eats so much in the ocean that he gets so big that the only thing that he has left to satisfy him is he keeps his tail in his mouth. You know what I mean? And there's times he don't. You know, in certain stories he don't. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But the symbology is essentially of that Ouroboros thing. There's a lot
Okay.
to do with heathenry because it's not just the myths. You have to take in account in the communities that there's all these external influences of modern heathens. You feel me?
Yeah.
So there's like acid true and like certain little sects, and then they like SECTS
Yeah.
ski. All right. But anyway, like that for me, I'm an individual practitioner right now, but I'd like to have my own community or a community that I have a community I can go to. But if I don't believe in what their frither pretty much says, because they didn't have a frither per se, or if they did, I was just too new to see it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I was a first timer. But from the vibe I got, you know what I mean? It's just not my way. You know what
They're
I mean?
just LARPing.
Some people around here too, like we went to some younger heathens party and they were blowing weed smoke on the sacrifice, bro. And like that's not divine, like that's not natural, you know what I mean? Like pheasants don't roll up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably a soundbite right there.
Yeah. I like it.
What's up, dog? Joke of the day or what?
I can hit you with something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll grab one. You know. Joke
Grab
du jour.
joke du jour. You know, it never occurred to me to learn French instead of, you know, or Spanish in school. Like I saw they offered German and there wasn't too many people in the class. So I was like, I'm going to go to German class because there ain't too many people in there. You know what I'm saying? It'll probably be a little bit easier.
It seems like you would have learned
English. It's kind of like if you looked into it yourself kind of thing, you'd kind of be able to figure it out. So, but I know quite a bit of Spanish, you know, union jobs and whatnot.
Yeah. It seemed like you would be compelled to learn French being from Louisiana.
Yeah, I can kind of pick it up some certain things, but there's so many dialects with it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like English for foreigners because if all they have ever heard was a movie accent,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? My sister laughs at me all the time because she's like, "You're Southern as fuck," but it's only in Michigan, man. If I go down Louisiana, everybody's cool. Panama City, everybody's cool.
Yeah.
Go anywhere up north or out west, they're like, why do you talk like that?
Yeah.
They talk like white people.
I've been told by people from up north and out west that I have a fucking strong accent. I had some cousins from Hawaii, and the first time they ever met me, they laughed their fucking ass off at my accent. And I'm like, bro, this ain't nothing. You know what I mean? This ain't shit. At least I don't sound like a banjo.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
But anyway, what did the triangle say to the circle?
What?
You're pointless.
Geometry jokes are dope.
Yeah, man. I like geometry. I like triangles.
Yeah.
Big
like
fan. I'm a big fan of triangles. What's your favorite triangle?
My favorite triangle?
Bermuda. I like isosceles just because I like to say isosceles.
I mean, I like good right triangle because, you know, they're sturdy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love a right triangle, man. You can't go wrong with a right triangle.
Yep. Right triangle is good for me. Election edition.
Yeah. Let's check it again.
No, really, if I was like left or right, I'd probably be in the center because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because I can't vote. Like, it's literally a perspective that you couldn't understand. I'm not fence sitting. I would definitely vote for Trump if I had my rights.
Yeah. I would have 100%.
At the end of the day, there's a disdain. You know what I mean?
Whenever, bro, like you just said, man, the ideal government for you, and me too, at the end of the day, that small scale, basically, I'm going to call it what it is, small scale communism. Just you and the people that you fuck with having a community where you make the decisions for your people. You know, that's what's up for me. But
Tribalism, really.
This shit is global. This is globalist. Number one, neither of us can vote. Number two, this is some global shit. 90% of it doesn't really have anything to do with me except for how much groceries and gas is going to cost. You know what I mean? Like, everything else is pretty much like it's cast upon to me. Like, the electoral college system is fucked. I don't get to vote, so
you know how they say write your congressperson?
Yeah,
I've written my congressperson. And it's like an auto reply, and they were like, "Yeah, we care about what you have to say. That we'll get back with you through a phone call shortly." You know, they don't care. Like, check it out. I've been waiting to get my taxes back since February something, right? I turned them in. I still don't have them back, right? So I called like a month ago, and they told me they were going to get right on it. And they asked me for my phone number that I was calling them on. And and they go, "All right, well, what's a good time to call you?" And I was like, "Any time of day." And they're like, "Well, we have to put something in the computer." I was like, "All right, 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock." They're like, "All right, we will call you between 5 o'clock and 9 o'clock between 30 and 60 days from now. Thank you. Have a nice day." Like, would you or I ever do any business like that?
No.
Like, why would I do that to you? That'd be fucked up. Or you do that to me, I'd be like, "Bro, I thought we was cool." You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's
like, why did you just charge me 50 more cents for the gas? Like, what? Why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is gas that much more valuable? I didn't get any extra this week.
Yeah.
What if it's on an individual ration basis? Like, hey, oh, he only uses this much, so let him pay that. And then if they use more, just have them pay more. Like, okay. Like, what? Let's do gas prices by tax brackets.
There's an idea.
Gas taxes by tax bracket. So if you're in the highest bracket, if you're a millionaire, you're paying $200 a gallon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're not going to be able to spend all that money in your lifetime.
Yeah.
And there's way more of us than there are of you.
Yeah. You know,
we're all Americans, right? We're all Americans, right? But
yeah,
that would be commie bullshit because everybody loves capitalism. So I have a merch line coming soon. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not gonna
I would rather you get a scar at my show for free.
It's like this. It's like,
I'm not saying my shows will be unsafe, but I'm saying, like, get a boo-boo at my show that'll just, like, scrape your elbow on something.
I don't know, man. I got some scars. The best shows I've ever been to were kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That ain't true. I've been to some really fucking loving ass places, man, that were dope ass shows.
I went to Zombie. I thought it was gonna be hardcore. It was whack. Zombie
Yeah.
himself was kind of whack. It was it was during Sick Bubblegum. Remember, chew it up, spit it out, Sick Bubblegum.
Yeah.
This is every Rob Zombie song.
Yeah. You want to hear every Disturbed song?
Let's hear it. Whoa! Something like that.
I went to Papadocio on Halloween. You fuck with them?
I don't have what is it a like restaurant or something?
Nah, Papadocio. Nah, it's a band.
I know. I'm just fucking. I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, I've heard of them. I've seen them on lineups and shit, but I don't listen to them.
Yeah,
I actually have a stick figure shirt on from the show at St. Pete.
Hell yeah,
I like him. I like his whole vibe because they were like his first 5 albums. He wrote and performed all those instruments, bro. And then he came out with that reprise. Do you know about stick figure?
I don't.
Well, he Scott Woodruff. He wrote. I think it was the first 4 or 5 albums, all the instruments and shit. It's
That's
crazy.
sick.
You should check them out. They're reggae. They won like they became commercial, but at first, dude was by himself. You know what I'm saying? So I fucked with him.
Yeah, I'll definitely check that out.
So what's up with Papadocio?
Papadocio, they're like a real funky jam band. Got some electronic stuff going on. They're real cool, man. They've been coming. I saw them in Terrapin in like whenever I was a young teenager. They were there, you know what I mean? And I hadn't seen them in years and years. I know they're still touring, still putting out music, but they've been around forever.
How old are you?
32.
Yeah, see, we met 11 years ago, bro. You had just it was at Bacchanalia, I think. 13.
I met you before Bacchanalia.
Where we meet at? It was just like
at Brandon. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Brandon. Like everybody was fucked up, and it was like, oh, that's fair. All right, what's up, dude? And then, then everybody was like bumping that No New Friends song because it come out, and I was the newest dude there. I was like, fuck it, I'm here, dog. I'll be the last. Yeah. Brandon's like, yeah, you're the last new friend, dude. It's all good. I was like, you're the last new friend, dog. Like. Fucking first time I kicked it with Nathan Stallings. Shout out Nathan Stallings, bro.
Shout out Nathan Stallings, big time.
We don't even talk anymore. Like last I heard, I don't know. Like we're friends, but you know that's my motherfucking brother for life. If you need anything, you know I got him. You know what I mean? As long as it's not too crazy, and I'm like fucking sawing at my throat.
As far as I know, Nathan Stallings is still he's doing the sobriety thing.
As far
last I heard, he completed a rehab. I think maybe is working there. I'm not sure, but
everybody is in the fucking. Everybody is in the fucking recovery game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
it's trendy now.
Let me tell you a story. When I was in prison, bro, when I went through that substance abuse program, it's called SAP, substance abuse program.
I'm familiar.
Right. For people watching. But anyway, you would have group in the mornings, man. You got to tell stories and shit. And like for me, I never like at the time I was spiritually like I was starting to like go somewhere else with myself where I was being really truthful, regardless of like what I believe. But like I was just being honest with myself because I was like, I don't know these motherfuckers, so I'm gonna just lay it on the line and do me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell my truth. That way maybe a motherfucker could spit some knowledge or something. I got a lot of good knowledge, man, from OGs, from motherfucking young cats, like learning what not to do, learning what to do. I was blessed to be older. Like I was your age now when I went in, really.
Yeah.
And, you know, I learned a lot of shit in there, but what I really learned is to don't lie and just fucking be yourself and you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you're a coward, you know, people can see that. You know what I mean? Like people can see that in you in prison. Like if you're scared, like why are you scared, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for me, like I translate that right to the rap game. Like the like I don't never have to be scared when I'm writing bars. I don't have no fear. Like I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'll push the freedom of speech, and if they try to censor my bars, then I'll just be like, they censored this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, it's like it taught me true freedom in my mind. Honestly, what it did, because I had a lot of time to self reflect, and I wrote a whole lot in prison, bro. I wrote a lot of letters.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm better having gone through that shit. Honestly, like my dad was real worried that I was gonna fucking go to prison and come out just a fucking just heartless killer. You know what I mean? Uh, I was like, nah, man. I'm better having gone through it. I'm better having gone in there and fucking, I don't know, like you said, learn what not to do. 90% of it was learning what not to do. You know?
Jake, bro, I like as far as I know you, bro, you didn't belong in there, dog. Like,
Yeah.
I think we're a kind of person, you know what I mean? Like, and for our kind of people, like, prison's not the spot, bro. It's spiritually damning for real. Like,
It's rough.
if you don't really take that time to learn some shit, it's spiritually damning. Some people get caught up in drugs. Some people get caught up in they start to love being there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe they ain't got anybody on the outside, and they got homies for life in there. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
have your motherfucking bag, bro.
I wouldn't like I got, man, like just the kind of person I am, I'll go anywhere. I'm pretty authentic, so I go anywhere and I attract people, and I got homies wherever. So I make friends in prison that are gonna be my friends to the day I die. But like I would not dare get caught up on some prison shit. Like I can't care about none of that shit. Like I gotta go. You know what I mean? Like that was the mission, was to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
like I'm better having gone through it for sure. Just like to realize, even if nothing else, just to realize like what the fuck are you doing with your life? Like when you're making decisions and choices and putting yourself in a position to where this is even a possibility, you need to readjust, Brody. You know?
Yeah. And just don't do mean shit. Like I was doing mean shit, and whether like I thought I was having fun or not, it was really the doing mean shit because I was seeking pleasure for myself when I had people that depended on me, and then I was just like blah.
Yeah. Selfishness and self-centeredness.
Super self-centeredness, and I say it in my rhymes all the time, and I try to express that. You know what I mean? Like I have to live in a way where it's like self-reliance is key, because I can't be selfish and only rely on myself in the sense that like I can be myself and have my daughter and I know she can rely on me, and like I ain't gotta, like there's no selfishness about it. I'm like I got her. Like if something needs to happen, I got her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because she's in the house. You know what I mean? And like take for example, my oldest daughter, she's grown. She's 18. She's not talking to me right now. You know what I mean? Because I called her out on some truth shit. But sometimes the dad's got to do that. And you know, I can't have her like that. You see what I'm saying? But for me, you know, for me to be selfish in one way and go run to her and be like, all right, I'm here. Da, da, da. She's already grown. You feel me? So for me, my self-reliance shit, it's really, I've got a complex web of shit going on. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what I have to learn is to like depend on my real homies more, because I ain't used to that. And you can't feel some type of way while you're in prison because the motherfucker don't write you a letter, because I can't be a hypocrite and be like, I write my homies in letters. I will admit I wrote some people right after I got out, and then I wrote them again and I never got a response. So I didn't write them. You know what I mean? And like when that happens, I know what it is. You're doing your thing. Like,
yeah. Whenever I was in bid mode, I didn't write very many letters. I didn't expect letters. I didn't write very many letters because I was doing a bid, bro. But like I even whenever I like got a pen pal, like I was like, nah, I need 4 letters to one. You know what I mean? But like just because I don't got nothing new to say whenever I'm in there. You know, I do the same. I've been doing the same shit for years. My day looked exactly the same for years.
right. Like what I would do is if someone wrote me a letter, I would be like, all right, first sentence. I can write 5 sentences back to that. Then second sentence, like, or if I got a new pen pal or something, or like, you know what I mean? Because in prison, if you're single, you get pen pals. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Like with, and I'll be honest, I didn't like fully intend to like never hit. You know, I had a prison pen pal girlfriend, but like one chick that would always write me back, I would say. I had friends that were females that would write me and shit, but it was only during jail, like when I first got locked up. After you go over a year, especially when you go off to someplace else besides Davis County, bro, it gets rough for the OBKY cats, bro. I mean, especially if you ain't like down with the set already.
Yeah.
Feel me? And you're like,
I'll say this, man.
I would get low, but I had a good reputation, and I was with a set that wasn't really everybody was banging. You feel me? We were a gang, but we don't bang like that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, say, still to this day, like, I mean, I talk some shit in my bars now, but I can't. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? Tie-dye bandana, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. We definitely got a set, that's for sure.
And we got some cool cats that we know. You know, I'm about to go on Skunk's podcast eventually.
How's that doing?
I talked to him about it. He's doing it with a cat. He has several episodes. It's just, you know, sometimes, you know, doing stuff like this on a consistent basis is hard, man. And it takes like a lot of networking, especially like, I thought it was because I've been thinking about it for a couple of days of doing this, just me and you know what I mean? Just have an episode where it's like all the way real, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of shit about like reality and shit and rap lately where it's like, you know, everybody's same rappers now got cowboy boots and shit.
Everybody is talking about how much they want authenticity, and then, you know, but at the end of the day, like, what is that? Like, this is what that is. You know what I mean?
I think it's like individual creativity, or like, say me and you made something, as opposed to somebody that did something on their own and then they go in this transition, like say a record deal or signing with a big production company or something like that. And then you're not just doing your shit. You are selling an organism and you are expendable. You could get yourself ruined by some shit that it was like, well, thought y'all knew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm pretty open about like, I'm a felon. One of my first singles was Felonies, and it lists off all my fucking felonies straight up. You know what I mean? And if I don't self-identify as that, I don't want to glorify that. You feel me? I don't have that intention. And it's not like for internet clout. It's to let my fan base know that if they ever went through the shit like I did, they would know what I'm talking about. You feel me? And that's that authenticity thing for me being myself. I mean, I got the Paper Route song, and that's about riding around dealing acid and shit back in the day. I have a charge for it on my record, so what? I'm going to be scared to say it?
Right.
Fuck that. You know, I did it. I don't. So I don't care.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I feel that. And it's just like, for me, I don't know, man. It's just like authenticity is what I want out of the music I listen to. It's what I want out of the music that I create.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what does the fucking world want? They don't give a like the population. Does the population at large really give a fuck, or do they care about catchiness? You know,
What's a world?
right? What's a world?
Because I got a whole world in this fucking house, dog.
Yeah,
I have a real like I'm glad I'm married because it's a lot. It's a lot, working. You know how working is, but I mean, as a man that's a husband dealing with the emotions of a woman every day is, it's a blessing sometimes, a curse the other time. I'm sure she feels the same way.
yeah,
As a matter of fact, I know she does because I can watch her talk to her sisters for hours and like everything's all ha ha and he like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could talk to my brothers for hours and everything's ha ha and he and we do that shit too, but like every once in a while it's like, God damn. You know what I mean? And we get at each other's throats, but I told her today if we didn't fight, it would be like passion because motherfucker, well, I take that back. Brandon and Brienne came and he said they don't fight at all, bro. They just live their life together. They're on the same vibe, though. You know what I mean?
I believe that. Like, I see their posts on social media and shit, and I'm just like, those, like, they're the happiest people.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of him. And he's he's a social drinker as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not totally sober. Like, I quit for weeks at a time, too. Like, I've quit. Last year, I quit from October to, like, March.
Yeah.
Or April. On the back of me being an asshole, granted, you know what I mean? But every once in a while, I was checking myself. I don't want to go to group. I need out of here. You know what I mean? But I can do that. Some people can't do that. Like you said, you move from like fucking glass of wine to handcuffs. It's like
exactly, man. Yeah. There's I'm still on this paper and everything, but when that shit's over with, I got this people in my current orbit would probably say that this is a reservation, but like, for me to sit here and say that I'm never going to trip again is it's not realistic.
You're lying to yourself. But see, for me, because I do trip, like, but for me, like,
for me, it's not me trying to get fucked up. Like it's a spiritual thing to me. It's me connecting with the people I love, like on a level that I wouldn't be able to otherwise. You know what I mean?
Right. But yeah, because when I hang out with my daughter and my son and like my wife, have family time. Really, I like watching UFC. Like, roasting and watching UFC is fun. Yeah. Because it's like a different kind of excitement, bro. You know what I mean?
It's very primitive.
Because for me, it's the only true sport, and like sometimes it's a little janky. I get it; they're owned by the same company as WWE, but some kind of the judges are looking at who's selling the most T-shirts. I'm sure that stats there somewhere. Like this guy pulls in this guy pulls in this, just in case it goes to the card.
Yeah,
because I mean, do you watch it?
I don't follow it as much anymore, but I'm a big fan of it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some definite robberies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do I have the screen all fucked up?
Nah.
I guess. Well, when you pop that thing up, it automatically changed it, but when it changed back, it was weird. Like the little choice. Well, we did the fucking hour, bro. This is let's do Swamp and JTG. This is number 1, bro. And we'll do one of these a month if you want, or one every other month, however you want to do that.
Yeah.
And anybody watching, into the video, check out all the Swamp Music Mafia stuff. Swamp Music Mafia on Facebook. Tell your mom and them. JTG, what do you want to tell them, dog?
Man, shout out to all those men out there doing your thing. Shout out to the Authentic. Shout out to Cassie. Hey, Cassie. And,
pop that graphic up one more time.
All right, let's check it out.
Election special. Fucking. Hey, yeah, this is dope, bro. And we should definitely do some. We should start doing, like, if you want, a little bit of current events.
I'm down with that.
because I might reach out to Rocket News, but maybe if we could like read some shit off Rocket News, or just I could be like, so apparently this happened. You know what I mean? We get a sponsorship from a news station.
That'd be
All
pretty
right,
cool.
here we go. Bam. All right, Tennessee's in there, Kentucky's in there, Alabama's in there, Mississippi's in there, Florida, West Virginia. So everybody around all of us did their job.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see how everything else is going. You ever seen that movie Southland Tales?
I have not.
All right, everybody, go check out Southland Tales. It's got The Rock. I mean, hey, bro. Southland Tales. It's a future story. Justin Timberlake's in it. He's almost like a mutant dude. And it's like a musical at parts too. It's fucking hard.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I like the idea of mutant.
The Rock's in it, and it's like a rated R. It's like back in the day. It's pretty good. Sean William Scott, it's fire, dog. Southland Tales, bro. All right, we're signing off, y'all. Oh, Skeet, love you. Everybody else that's tuned in, we love all y'all. Next week, same thing. I'm gonna try to get these ducks off here soon. Maybe we'll start scrolling a cash app that I make just for this, and fucking maybe it can pay for itself one day.
Call me old fashioned. I like the ducks.
I love